They're showing the blitz, and now they back off. Flags are down. Landry going into the corner deep. Broken up beautifully by the linebacker, Dan Parrish.
Man-to-man coverage, and Parrish, the rookie out of Stanford, goes all the way with Mel Farr, and I told you earlier he's dangerous. Now, the Cardinals were caught for just jumping off, as this time the Redbirds lost that battle of audibles on the line of scrimmage.
Penalty. Will bring up a measurement for the first down.
Pat Haggerty called. That's the official timeout, so they can make sure of this measurement, a very crucial one in this ballgame.
There it is. Lions first down. The 12.5-yard line. .35 seconds left in the half. 6-3 Detroit. And Landry is upset and down at the 18-yard line. Joe Schmeezing, number 82. Time running out, the clock moving with 23. Landry trying to get his team back. No huddle. 15 seconds. Flags are down.
Well, accomplished what he was trying to do, was stop the clock, but some coaches don't feel that you have to waste a play to stop the clock.
Puts it back to the 24.
Doesn't really change the Detroit situation very much. It's still, as far as they're concerned, second and goal with 12 seconds showing.
Second down and 12 seconds. The blitz picked up down to the 2-yard line. It's enough for a first down, but what is the time? 3 seconds.
Plenty of time. It will be stopped. The St. Louis blitz was effective, and notice the blitzing linebacker misses Landry, the quarterback. That's the whole thing. Greg moved inside and fired a strike to Mr. Tight End, Charlie Sanders.
But the Cardinal defense has averted a touchdown at least, as Sanders couldn't quite get it into the end zone. The ball at the 3. 3 seconds on the clock. Earl Mann is in.
They must be keeping the field goal kickers in a hothouse somewhere under the stadium and bring them out just to kick.
From the 11. And it is good. The half ends on the field goal.
Half of a lot of offensive football, even though it's only 9-3. We should pick up Alty Taylor now on offense for Detroit. A good block by Farr as he cuts back into the outside. Finally run out of bounds, but he picks up 21 yards. Alty Taylor. Here's Miller Farr now covering McCullough after the ball has bounced off McCullough's shoulder pads for the interception. This should be hard on offense now. Just finding Gilliam in between the zone, the up back and the deeper safety man, and Gilliam can really turn it on. And Wayne Walker, number 55, a linebacker not known for speed, makes a great play on defense. 79-yard pass play, the big one for the Cardinals in the first half. This is the punt now by the Lions, and it's fumbled by Latterette. Let's check it out now, back on the 26-yard line of St. Louis. There's the fumble, a big scramble, and you can see the pile over there. Finally, he comes up with a Detroit possession, a big one. Now we're about ready for that second half kickoff. 9-3, Detroit over St. Louis.
Latterette and Shivers deep for St. Louis. Second half underway. The 9-yard line. Latterette turns the corner across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31.5-yard line. Nine to 3, Detroit leads.
Well, we talk about two good defensive ball clubs, but if you could find any difference between the Lions and the St. Louis Cardinals on defense today, it's really tough. Two great offensive teams really being stopped and controlled by the other's defense.
Well, let's see if they've adjusted. MacArthur Lane to the 35. Numoff, number 50, the linebacker on the left side on the stop.
Kansas City and Denver. Jan Stenerud has kicked a 35-yard field goal with 2:19 left in the first period. It's 10-0 now, the Chiefs over the Broncos.
Second down and 6 from the 35. Jackie Smith, Mike Wager, number 28 on the tackle. About 2 yards on the play. It'll be third down and 4.
The Lions came with a safety blitz. The open receiver was there, but a real good tackle, as you said, by Mike Wager. Buffalo and the Giants. It's the Giants 6-6 now with a Buffalo team. That's a Pete Gogolak field goal from 16 out for the Giants.
A lot of field goals today. Third down and 4. Oh! And Williams almost came up with it after Rasmussen almost came up with it.
The Lions now, watch the safety blitz against Hart. You'll see number 28. Here comes Weger. Rowland meets him. The ball is on target but knocked away and almost intercepted by Barney and almost caught by Williams.
Fourth down. Barney and Bobby Williams are back. Deep for the Lions. Latterette the punt. End over end. Barney, the 29, snakes his way up to the 34. Well, the opening production number in tomorrow night's Carol Burnett show features Carol, her regular cast, and guest Mel Torme, and a musical salute to the many charms of Don Rickles, who, of course, is overwhelmed. Don't miss that one, boy.
Charms of Don Rickles.
Don Rickles on the Carol Burnett show tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central Time here on CBS.
Mr. Warren.
Taylor in motion. Pitch out goes to Farr. Gallagher with the block. He goes around the outside. Rowe misses him, and Larry Wilson finally puts him out at the 43-yard line.
Well, I bet Mrs. Farr is having trouble on this last play deciding who to root for. Miller came up and missed Mel. Mel gave him a little inside fake, and brother beat brother. I wonder what they'll say tonight when they probably have dinner together.
Second and 2 from the 42. Miller Farr, number 20 on St. Louis. Mel Farr, number 24 on Detroit. Oops, no gain on the play. Farr slipped that time, and
Jack, I received word from the maintenance man that the end zones were covered, but that the one to the right of the screen, or the viewer at home, the one everybody's been slipping in, is in a shadow that is never in the warmth. There's not much sunlight today anyway, but it's never in the warmth, and therefore it stays frozen solid, I guess, from about November on.
Third and 2. Pass on the pattern down to the 39-yard line. That is Charlie Sanders, Larry Wilson on the tackle.
The thing that makes this play, though, is the fake that Landry makes to Farr on the inside. Again, you can see Sanders now escaping. The good fake allowed him to get off clean, and Landry threw a real bullet. Larry Wilson not in bad shape, but one step's in bad shape if you're covering Charlie Sanders.
1st and 10 at the Cardinal 38. Only the second third down conversion for the Lions. Third reception for Sanders, or fourth rather, for 61 yards. He's been their big one. Flag is down. He's going deep for McCullough. And Roger Worley almost came up with it. Flag is down up at the 45-yard line.
We're going to have some offensive holding, I believe, on this. Let's see what the call is. An excellent play by young Worley. He got in front of the intended faster receiver and made McCullough try to run up his back. It's legal, and it's an excellent move by number 22.
Larry Wilson said, "We will accept the penalty." It puts it back at the 41-yard line of Detroit. Holding. Detroit.
Boston and Miami. The Dolphins 27, Boston now 13. They tell me that Joe Kapp is beginning to throw the ball and get hot up there.
First down. Well, Landry couldn't get away from Rowe, who slowed him up enough. Well, he's finally put away by Fred Herron, and there's a loss on the play even more now. Back to the 37.
Number 11 was trying to screen, but boy, these defenses are so smart. The Cardinals then they felt it, and they moved out and had the back. I believe he was trying to screen to Altie Taylor. He just had him tied up. Second and half of football field's worth.
Is Larry going to go or not? No, he's dropping back. A flag is down. Taylor, the intended receiver, apparently against the Lions in the way they're reacting.
Mel Farr didn't come and put his hand down in a set position. Now, whether or not they're going to call illegal procedure, I don't know. He didn't move, however, when he started to make the audible adjustment. Let's see where it's going to be against Detroit. You have to set for at least a full count. Whether or not that's upright or no, it's from behind there. It's going to be from point of foul, which means it took place back in the blocking pattern there.
Well, it was 2nd and 35. It is now going to be second. Woo, the ball all the way back to the 13-yard line.
Holding on the outside by the tackle, I suppose, that was trying to run the fellow around. Now, this is the longest one I've had this year. Second and, what do you call it, 65, 50?
That is Owens, and he gets nowhere.
I get about 55 yards.
58 yards, I think it is, Tom, for first down. I don't even think they can punt it that far.
3rd and 55. What do you call?
Cardinal defense now taking advantage of these penalties and really boxing the Lions in. 9-3, Detroit leads. 10 minutes left in this third period. It's third and an awful long way. Here's Charlie Sanders. Jamie Rivers hit him first, did not bring him down, but slowed him down. The Lions get the ball out to the 29-yard line.
Again on 3rd down and 55. It's a pretty good call. You keep Charlie Sanders in the block, fakes it, he drifts out, picks up only about 15 yards, which leaves him a little bit short.
4th down. And Herman Weaver to punt. the 35-yard line, 36-yard line of St. Louis. A 43-yard punt by Herman Weaver. And with the score, Detroit 9, St. Louis 3. Let's pause for a moment. Detroit 9, St. Louis 3. The Cardinals now trying to put an offense together. They have only 2 first downs and 18 total yards rushing. Arthur Lane gets it up to the 40.
Most people feel like the heart of this Detroit defense, and it's a super bunch of guys in blue, are the linebackers, Walker, Lucci, and Newmoff. While not real big or really overpowering in their stature, they're experienced, they know each other very well, and they react. They've got tremendous lateral pursuit and good movement.
2nd down and 6. Intended for Gilliam deep.
Jim Hart had a pretty good rush, too. Gilliam won't know that because he was running his sideline and up, but Hart had Larry Hand and Mitchell, the 2 defensive ends, putting a squeeze on him. The New York Jets leading Oakland 10-0 now in the 2nd period. In the 3rd period of play, and Jack, as we saw last week, the Jets have really come up with a real good, solid defensive football team.
Good football team. Hart now is 6 for 16 and 88 yards. He's got a 3rd down and 6. Oh, nice catch at midfield by Gilliam. First down.
Let's see it now from behind the offensive formation. Hart realizes he's working against a zone. Gilliam did too, and they hooked up, and the ball right on target. Excellent throw.
3rd first down for St. Louis in this ball game. Jim Hart, number 17. Ernie McMillan back in. MacArthur Lane. Ooh, he looked like he might go somewhere, but Mike Lucci. And Jim Mitchell stopped him, along with Newmoff. At the 47, a pickup of 3.
Jack, you might keep in mind, too, that at this stage of the season, most of these players are playing with some injury that they don't talk about or they don't want people to know about, but they're not all 100% healthy. They're carrying something that hurts.
2nd and 7. Gilliam at the 35-yard line. Barney ushers him out of bounds. A first down again for St. Louis.
Here we are in slow motion, Jack. Let's see if we can watch the pattern as Rowland and MacArthur Lane set up. See the safety blitz coming. Rasmussen, a real good strike, and again Hart is on target. And Gilliam is tough man-to-man.
1st and 10 at the Lion 35. Rowland. There's the hole, but it closes as Johnny Rowland gets down to about the 28, 27-yard line. I beg your pardon, the 33-yard line.
Dolphins 34, Boston 13 in the 3rd period. Larry Zonka, the big Syracuse Orangeman, scoring from 1 yard out. And it's Baltimore 16, Philadelphia 3, as Mosley's kicked a field goal for the Eagles.
2nd down and 8 at the 33 for St. Louis. Gilliam and Williams to the right. For Jackie Smith, and he has it in traffic between Mike Lucci and Dick LeBeau. He got it. Good for another first down. The best offensive series for St. Louis today. So they did some adjustment at halftime, Tom.
Well, Charlie Winter has a good offensive formation there. He puts 2 of his most dangerous receivers, Williams and Gilliam, on the same side, knowing you have to double or rotate that way, and then goes back to his tight end all by himself in a man-to-man situation. And Jackie Smith is as tough as they come.
1st and 10 at the Lion 22. Again, Gilliam And this time, Smith. Ball gets down across the 20 to the 16, 17-yard line. Second down and 5.
This is the St. Louis football.